Hello, so for today's video we're going to be putting to the test some new products that I picked up. It's not a full face at first impressions, it's just some new bits that I picked up here and there. Some products I've even bought like over a year ago and I haven't even put them to the test because I've been so like addicted to something else that I've just completely forgotten about it. Also trying a perfume as well just to see how that wears and stuff. So let's just jump right into it. So the first product we hear is the Colourpop Yes Please palette. I've got loads of Colourpop eyeshadows, got loads of singles, and I've got two other palettes, and I haven't touched a single one, and I just don't know why. Like, I don't know if I'm just waiting for the day that I'm in a Colourpop mood and I just want to use that eyeshadow palettes. So when you open up the packaging, it says cute as on it. I don't understand why it says cute AF when it's called the Yes Please palette. It does say Yes Please on the back, and it's like dirty, and I'm not even joking, like I haven't even touched it, like I haven't even swatched it or anything, and it's like, yeah, it's all dirty inside as well. Probably because where it come from the US to the UK, it got a bit damaged in there, but I'm just glad none of the products have smashed. So looking at the palette, is that a matte shade? There's not really a highlighty shade, so I am going to go into the highlight first. So this is the Jouer highlight and skinny dip. Let me open it up. This is what it looks like, a nice mirror, this mirror packaging which gets your fingers dirty. So I'm just going to take the e.l.f. eye blending brush and just pop that underneath the brow bone. Quite a bit more golden than I thought it would be. Don't know, just expecting less golden, I guess. Got a little bit of glitter in it by the looks of it as well. But we'll see how it looks on the face, but underneath the brow bone it just looks kind of pretty. So moving back onto the eyeshadow palette, so I'm going to start off with by taking this shade up here, which is Big Cocktails. I'm assuming, I know like Colourpop are always really backwards with their shades. I'm just going to dip a Spectrum B06 into it and put that in the crease. Do get a little bit of fallout, which is, you know, no surprise really. So far so good, that colour blended really nice. It's a really nice transition shade. So moving on to this shade up here, which is Champs, I'm assuming. I'm just going to take that on a Spectrum A07 and put that right in the socket of the crease. Do get a bit of fallout, so you just need to be sort of gentle. You know, like how the ABH not subculture palette, sorry, the Modern Renaissance palette, like how you can literally just dip your brush in and a load of products comes with it. You have to sort of be the same with this. A little goes a long way. Then for the outer corner, I'm going to take this shade here, which is Louis. I don't want to take anything too red because I actually want to put that gold shade all over my lid. So I'm actually going to take a mixture of that shade and this bottom shade, which is Chauffeur. I'm just going to take a mixture of those two shades again and put it just a little bit more in the crease, because I feel like that colour has not gone with this, like it just looks a little bit off. So I'm just going to sort of warm it up a bit in the socket. Okay, so I definitely feel that that's a bit better now, we're getting somewhere. I want to take this bottom gold shade, which is Note to Self. It looks really pretty, but I'm also like really intrigued by this colour. Oh, no, I shouldn't. So I am going to go for the gold shade. Taking this on a Spectrum A16. Not getting a lot of pigment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick quite a hefty chunk up on my brush. And I'm just going to wet it with some Mario Badescu facial spray. Then we'll see how that goes on. Ah, much better. Don't know if you can see this, but where I've tried to blend the gold into the like outer corner, it's blended away and it's actually left like a patch of my skin. Hopefully you can see this. What I done was I just took this brush that I used when I packed on the outer corner, and it's blended actually a little bit better, like it's not leaving that sort of patch of skin there, so that's much better. I'm also going to take this dark shade down here, which is Mischief, on a unicorn brush. It's like an angled brush, and I'm going to push that in the lower lash line. Oh, that's nice and pigmented. So this is the eyes complete for now. Obviously we're going to come back and finish it later. I can't give my opinion on it yet because I feel like I have to have like lashes, lower lash line on before I can look at myself and be like, oh yeah, that's a good eye look, because at the moment it just looks awful. So, but we're going to move on anyway. So I'm going to take the e.l.f. Prep and Blur stick. So you pull off the lid. There's literally a stick. So I'm assuming it's a primer and a blur. So I don't really know what to do. I'm going to just draw a line. Ew. Ew, that feels nice. Draw it like along the nose area. On the forehead. Ew, that feels kind of nice. It feels silicone, but not. Does that make sense? Like, it's not too silicone-y. I won't say my pores are any different on my nose, but they never really look that bad, to be honest, anyway. Just sort of feels nice and primed. Might just put it on the rest of my face for the sheer hell of it. I feel like you don't have to rub it in either. I'm just like patting it, but there's like no need to. This sort of feels really nice and soft. So I just applied some foundation, concealer, powder, you know the drill. So I'm going to go into the Kevyn Aucoin. This is the Celeste Bronzing Veil Tropical Nights, you see. So it's a cool bronzer. Oh, it's already open. Comes with this plastic thing. Also comes with a pouch. You know, for pouch needs. So obviously it has like this ombre sort of look. So I am just going to take the Spectrum A05 and I'm just going to, oh, you do get a little bit of fallout with this as well. I don't want too much. I'm going to tap off the excess. Just go in on the face. Ooh. Oh god, okay, that is very warm. Might be too warm for me. I'm just going to see if I can sort of dip into this more top shade. Not get so much of the bottom one. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. It's got to work hard to blend. Or maybe it's better for more medium skin tones. So maybe when I've got a self tanner on or something, might be better. That's a nice bronzer. But for the price tag, is it nice? Like, it's so expensive. Hence why it comes with a pouch. All the expensive makeup does. It's like, oh, let's put it in this fancy pouch. I think that looks really nice on the skin. Got a sort of blend. It's not too warm if you have quite fair skin, but that's really damn nice, man. So, for highlighter today, I'm going to take the Hourglass Vanish Highlighting Stick. Now, I have already tried this, but I picked up a different shade. So, this is in the shade Champagne Flash. To pull it off, and this is what it looks like, just like a little triangle. So, I am just going to see if I can just sort of put it on the face. It's actually so pretty. It's just like this sort of natural sheen. Someone that maybe don't like too much highlighter but just wants a little bit of glow. This is such a pretty shade as well. I went for rose gold, which is like a more pink shade, but it's like deeper pink, so it looks nice, but on my fairer skin tone it's not the best, but this is like really, really pretty. I'm just going to take that like on the nose area, the chin and the forehead as well, just to add a little bit of luminosity to those areas. It's actually so nice. I really, really like that. I like that shade a lot. Oh, it's just like falling apart. Like it's just took a chunk out of the top of it. But I've never had that problem before, not even with like the foundation sticks, so maybe it's just having an issue, maybe it's having a day. I don't know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave, because I'm going to go in with the Jouer highlighter that we used earlier, but I'm going to leave like my nose and chin bit free of powder, and just to see how that wears and see how that lasts. And on top of the cheekbones, I'm actually going to go in with this highlighter on a crown brush. Where are we? C529. That's actually really pretty. I thought it was going to be a lot more glittery, because when you look at it in the pan, it does look like there's bits of glitter in it, but that actually looks so nice. I can't believe I've like had it this long in the collection, like my makeup collection, and just never used it. On the brow bone it looks different, maybe because I used a more dense brush, but I love how that looks. Really, really pretty actually. So I'm just going to go in with a bit of blush, but I wanted to mention the e.l.f. blurring stick actually looks really nice, and my pores actually do look smaller on my nose, and it just made my foundation just sort of look really, really nice. And it's so affordable, e.l.f. as well. Like they have some really good like products, and it's not like peeling, like there's nothing like peeling. So yeah, I'm liking how that looks. Oh, forgot how pigmented this blush is. Holy shit. So moving back onto the eyes, I'm going to obviously go into the same palette, and I'm going to start off by taking a bit of these two shades again on a Spectrum A12, and just basically put that on the lower lash line. Do you know what I wish I should have done? I wish I took the yellow and spoke that along the lower lash line, because that looks so nice with that gold, I think. I'm just going to take a little bit of that yellow shade on the same brush and just add it in, see if I can add like a little bit of yellow to it. And on the Spectrum B06, I'm going to take that transition shade that we used earlier, so the Big Cocktails one, and just on that along the lower lash line as well. Now I'm actually going to take this matte white shade in here, which is known as Bling, and pop that on the inner corners. Oh, that's actually really nice. And for lashes today, I'm going to try out the Spectrum X Mean Girls. So these are in the shade Regina George. So I haven't tried these start out, but I have tried Gretchen Wiener, and they were really pretty. So I'm going to apply those off camera and then we'll be back. Okay, so lashes are on and they look really nice, but I don't know if you can tell, these look longer at the front on this eye than this eye. And I don't know if I've just got them on the wrong eye or whatever, but I don't know if it's just me noticing things that are weird, but I like how they look anyway. So for lipstick today, I'm going to try out the Hourglass refillable lipstick in I Wish. I have already tried the lipsticks out before, but this is a new shade that I picked up. So what you do is, so basically you buy a lipstick and it comes like this. So obviously there's no lipstick in here, and then you buy the refillables. So you just pop this off, pop this in here, and then you're good to go. So let's just apply this to the lips. that's a nice nude shade. Maybe a bit too nude for my liking. I prefer something a little bit deeper, but I'm sure when I throw a gloss on, like I always feel better with a gloss on, especially such a nude lip. But yeah, that is quite nude. So that is the shade I Wish. So I picked up the perfume Anna Sui Fantasia. So I picked this up because, well, look at this bottle. I'm not even being dramatic. Like, it's probably one of the most beautiful perfume bottles I've ever seen in my whole entire life. So obviously just pop this out of here. Like so. And this is what it looks like. Like, is this not the most beautiful little perfume bottle you've ever seen in your whole entire life? So it has like the unicorn on the top. That's one I've never smelt this. Well, I sprayed it the other day and I smelt it, but I literally like just bought it online just because of the bottle. Like, I didn't even know what it smelled like. So what I typically do is spray neck. Make sure it's the right way. Spray back of neck. And then spray the wrists. That smells really nice. Kind of fruity with a little bit of spice. So I just want to see how sort of that wears throughout the day, because perfumes tend to sort of fade, and there's actually one perfume that I've used in my entire life that will literally stay with me through like day and night. So I just want to see if that sort of does the same thing. Okay, so the check-in time is 3:15, so we'll do a check-in a bit later on just to see how everything wears and if perfume still smells and yada yada yada. So yeah, I'll see you in a little bit. So the check-in time is, Jesus Christ, 11:30. I didn't realise it was that late. So what's the 411? I don't know where to start. Eyeshadow palette, because that's what we started with. I do really like, the colours have faded slightly, but not too bad. I think I have to play with the palette more. Like, I'm unsure if I like it or if I don't know. Like, I just feel like I have other better eyeshadows, like especially palettes as well, for like cheaper the price. And I know Colourpop's like really cheap as it is. Lashes are pretty, but they're literally like hanging off, like they're all coming off in the corner and now I'm such a mess. They're nice, but they were like really, really long. So I had to cut quite a bit off, which I usually don't. So if you have like trouble finding eyelashes that fit your eye shape, these could actually be really nice. I just don't understand why these are longer at the front and these are shorter. I'm gonna have to work out what eye it goes on. Bronzer. I feel like the bronzer is really nice, but I don't know if it's worth the high price tag. It is beautiful, but I don't know, I'm on the fence about that. The highlighting stick is obviously like worn off because it's highlight, it doesn't really stand the skin very long. But with the powder on top, it's sort of still there, you can sort of still see it. Lipstick's obviously worn off because it's lipstick. It's not going to wear for long because it's not a liquid lipstick. But yeah, oh, perfume. Literally don't smell of it at all, like by 6 o'clock. So when did I check in? It was 3:30. Yeah, by 3 hours it was like worn off, so not very long lasting. I'm just upset because the bottle was like so beautiful and it's really expensive as well. So, well, not really, really expensive, but like it's not exactly cheap. So I don't know. Perfume was alright. I think that's everything that we tested out today. Oh, the Prep and Blurry stick was actually really, really nice. I feel like my foundation's hold up well and everything. So yeah, that's the end of the video. Because I'm a lady, that's why. Also a perfume as well that I wanted to try out, see how long it wears on the skin and stuff. And I'm bare just picking like my fucking gunky eyes when I'm talking. Because I literally want to smother this shade all over my body. And just put a lip balm,